Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Married at First Sight, Season 17, Episode 9. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, y'all, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. When the episode first opens up, we are one couple down and 3 left. Okay, so it's time for the housewarming parties. Y'all know how they like to do. Day 15 of marriage. So Becca and Austin are being them. You know, we see the little montage of everybody, morning breath kisses and all. Brennan is telling us that he's finally moving in with Emily. Oh, I am so happy that you're gracing her with your presence. So goodbye and good night. Cameron and Claire. So she said, you know, it's easy living with Cam. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's a plus. And she was just saying that they get along smashingly in this apartment. Girl, it's been 48 hours. Emily and Brennan. So she's meeting with her friend Sophia. So Emily is catching her up, but it was given delusional with a hint of a little line problem. Because I was like, girl, what are you saying? She's like, yeah, it's going great. We have something so special. We're definitely really, really aligned. Like, he was super attracted to me like first night. Like, we really do have something. Ma'am, were you present last episode? Emily. Now, I know you like to take your shots. But, baby, when did all of this happen? But then she tells her that the tables turned and she liked him more towards the end of the honeymoon. Oh, okay. Now we're snapping back to reality. She said he has trouble opening up on camera and she has to carry the conversation. Yes, because he's trying not to pop his top. He is very calculated in the way that he is moving on this show, and he is not fooling me. See, people who have a temper, they try to hide it. Okay, they really try to hide the crazy for as long as they can. So they don't want to show you who they really are. It's the representative, allegedly. Because I'm watching him, baby. I told y'all, episode 1, review number 1, that something was not right. I told y'all. I'm just saying, I know that he's trying to stifle how he really feels so that he does not come across as a douchebag on camera, and he ain't fooling me. So her friend is worried about whether or not he actually cares about her and doesn't. She was like, well, you know, moving in, I think it's going to help us. No, ma'am, it's going to make it worse. She then says that she feels like there is something there and she waited this long for a relationship. So she wants to give him the benefit of the doubt. Now, Emily, I really do respect that you are trying and not just giving up like Dom did. Because if y'all remember from last season, Dom gave McKinley a hard time because, you know, she had never been in a relationship either. She jumped right into marriage. She was naggy, whiny, but he wasn't all that great either. Okay, I really was not a fan of Mac. But at least Emily is trying and not just running at the first sign of trouble. Good job, Emily. Claire and Cameron. Okay, Claire is being all wifely. She's surprising Cameron with lunch at his job. Well, at his place of work, because, you know, he's an entrepreneur. Okay, I guess Claire is coming around. Let me see. He's showing her around the bike shop where the magic happens. He's telling her, you know, that he went to school. He got his degree. He's kind of like a surgeon for bikes. She said, okay, so you're good at it, but are you passionate about it? Claire, even I can see that he's more passionate about these bikes than he is about this marriage. He has a little assignment for them to do together. They're fixing a bike. She said she liked seeing him in his element and it was sexy and, you know, it's kind of attractive because it's something that he's passionate about. And I mean, that's good. I guess the attraction is growing, but I'm not completely sold. Y'all look like good friends, Becca and Austin. So it's her birthday. They're meeting with her friends. They're all sitting down. They're talking, drinking margaritas and whatnot. They started talking about Austin being this great communicator. And Becca's like, yeah, he's really great. Like, he's really great at opening up. Becca, I don't know if you're not paying attention, but you usually communicate for him and he just agrees with you. Am I the only person that notices that? Like, she's saying that they have this great communication, but for me, what I'm watching is that Becca will oftentimes answer the question and then she will nod and then he will agree. Like, so, I mean, and he doesn't want to talk about anything serious. He wants to talk about Fruit Loops, snapbacks, and posters. Like, no, we need to talk. We need to talk about big grown up things. We're married. Moving forward. I think her friends are just happy that Becca, aka Pink, actually has someone. That's the vibe that I'm getting. Then one of the friends overstepped her boundaries, in my opinion, and started asking about how the sex life was. Now, if you were in a normal circumstance in front of a newly married couple, you would not sit and ask, so how's your sex life? Please do not ask those people that. It's very intrusive and very invasive. Like, please don't do that. Austin said that he's taking it slow, and Becca said that she's following his lead. Now, I was under the impression that Becca was taking it easy because she just had the surgery, but she does like Austin, so I can see her following his lead. But her friends thought he was all that in a gang of hats, child. He went to go get a drink. Now, for what? I have absolutely no idea. I feel like it was a producer back there saying, come here, because this season is giving absolute snooze fest. Because y'all have servers coming to the table. So why are you getting up going to the bar? So he don't want to talk about nothing serious. So he probably just figured out an escape route. He gets up, goes to get a drink, and her friend is asking how she really felt about them not having sex. She's like, it's up to him. I'm not offended by it at all. Side note, Austin, when did you grow this stash? How long has it been? I said, what is going on with the facial hair of it all? That's what happens when you hold everything in. I said, what is this little corn stash that he got going on? Y'all can take the C off and put a P in the place of it. Day 16 of marriage. Emily and Brennan. So they're finally moving in. It's giving college dorm roommates for me. It was giving college dorm roommates. Emily is the roommate Brennan didn't want because he really wanted to room with one of his buddies from back home. But they ended up assigning him Emily. So Emily is coming in with bag after bag after bag. Emily brought everything that she owned. She done made groceries and everything. Really settling in, huh, Em? I said, look at all this stuff. Now, the whole time she's bringing all these things in, he ain't moving. He was like, well, I don't want to get a divorce. So, I don't know what else to do. We'll just see how it goes. That's the attitude, Brennan. I don't want to get a divorce. So we're just going to see how it goes. What else am I supposed to do? This is crazy. Brennan moved in with a spend-a-night bag. Baby, he had 2 pair of drawers, a toothbrush, and a shirt. He made sure he was going to have to go back to the house. They started talking about their schedules and their morning routines, right, and how they like to shower in the morning. He said he takes quick showers in the morning unless he has some processing to do. So she said, well, you took extremely long showers on the honeymoon. He's like, yeah, I had a lot of processing to do in Mexico. No, you were hiding from Emily. That's what you were doing. So she said, well, I just always wondered why he's taking such long showers. Baby, he probably in there texting another woman. I wouldn't put it past him. Let me tell you something. I don't put nothing past nobody. And what you need to be in that shower for that long? He was halfway smiling, though, in this scene, but I'm not buying it. Lauren and Orion. Why are they back on my screen? Lauren, I have nothing against you, honey, but I don't want to see Orion. Okay, I thought we got rid of him. It's giving Alyssa. He just will not go away. Sir, you got your damn wish. You should no longer be filmed. And where's Michael? Like, I have so many questions. Can we go get Michael and put him with Lauren? Anyway, Lauren, I have to say, baby, that Bob is giving, girl. It's bouncing and behaving. This is the best you done looked all season. You see what happens when you release that baggage? You start looking like something. At first, you wore a bonnet, buddy, and your braids were all fuzzy. He had your glasses all fogged up. But today, you look like a totally different woman, baby. They got that silk press, and it's just moving. Honey, I like this. So she's meeting with her family, and he's meeting with his friend. So the friend is like, so what's going on? How are you holding up? He's like, well, I'm divorced. No, actually, that's just another lie. Y'all are not divorced yet. Okay, pump your brakes, buddy, because we still are waiting on the divorce to be finalized for Alyssa and Christopher. So how you divorced already? Boy, anyway. So he said that his family is mad after he told them what all went on, that he didn't get what he wanted. You probably told them half truths like you tell everybody else. You do realize you are being recorded for quality assurance. So I do not understand why you're saying they're mad because you didn't get what you want when you don't even know what you want. Let's be very for real. You have no idea what you actually want, Orion. So she's explaining to her sister-in-law and her brother that she feels a lot of resentment. Of course you do. But Lauren, now it's time to let it go. Okay, like Elsa. Let it go. Let it go. Honey, let it go. There's no reason to keep on hanging on to this. It was like 4 days. Let it go. She said that the divorce wasn't what she wanted, but she doesn't fault him and she respects him for it. Over on the other side, his friend is asking him if he's ready for someone else. He ain't ready for nobody else. He's not ready for anything but that big comfy couch. He needs some therapy and introspective work. Orion better not go get nobody. And ma'am, if you do go get him, you better watch these episodes back. He was like, well, no, I'm just so hurt. You aren't hurt. You're relieved. You can't pretend with me. Nah, I don't know what everybody else is watching. And some people might buy that he's hurt, but I don't think that he is. I think Orion knows that the cameras are on him and Brennan. And so he's saying things that try to make him redeemable, but not for me. Okay, you can't pretend with me. You're happy that you're no longer in this situation. So Lauren, on the other hand, is back over there with her family. And they were like, you know what? It's not you. It's him. You a bad bitch, okay? Let him know that it's him. You let him know that. And hopefully we won't see him again. I know that's right. This is the kind of family that we all deserve. Do you hear me? One Orion don't stop no show. You were fine before marrying that stranger, and you will be even more fine after that. I need a sister-in-law like her, baby. She told Lauren, you cannot control how others receive you. And I felt that. Because, you know, you can try as you might, but some people are just not your judge. And that is okay. Emily and Brennan. So they're shopping for their housewarming party. He wants to do wigs. She went along with it, but I think she just wants his acceptance, honey. So she gonna go along with whatever. So she says to us in the confessional that him doing this shows that he wants to try and that he cares about her. No, sweetie, it shows that he's just there so he don't get fined. Emily, side note, baby, take this red wig off, child. Take this red wig off. Baby, this is a mess. So they're talking in the store, and they're both saying, you know, that they're happy that they moved in together so they can be moving forward. Brennan is more happy about the wig than the actual marriage. Because what in the world? What is the theme of this party? Child, this is a fool. Cameron and Claire. So she's getting things ready for the party. She's trying to blow up these balloons by mouth. Ma'am, if you don't get one of them little pumps off Amazon, she's trying to blow these balloons up. They're having an everything but the cup party. So you can drink from everything but a cup. Now, mind you, Cameron is supposed to be out fetching the vittles for the party. So he's supposed to be out getting the food, but we don't know what Cameron is doing. So Cameron arrives with no food, acting like it's no big deal. Let me tell you something. I would have been so irritated. It was his one job, and he came in empty-handed. Like, oh, no food, no problem. And if you didn't go to get the food, where have you been? See, something ain't right about him. I just don't know what it is. I cannot quite put my finger on it, but something ain't right. He's acting like she's unreasonable because she's upset about the food. Now, I'm telling you right now, I'm with Claire. He didn't even have the thing that he was supposed to be drinking out of. So you are doing absolutely nothing. His friends are not going to be able to make it. He said, yeah, you know, they're a little tied up. Cam, why are you never able to produce any friends? Why is nobody ever present for you? Now, I noticed it when you went tuck shopping. I let it go. Then I noticed it again on the wedding day. I let it go. But now I'm side-eyeing you. He said, well, I mean, they're all tied up. It's always some excuse. Are they literally tied up? I'm watching you. This ain't gonna work. She's type A and he's type bicycle. Type Schwinn. Baby, this ain't gonna work. He don't care about this party at all, especially since none of his friends are showing up. Baby, he don't care if y'all eat or not. He's acting like they don't have an oven or a microwave, talking about, well, I don't want to order it too early. I don't want it to be old and cold. Sir, just order it a little bit before it's time and go and pick it up. It's gonna take them 30 minutes tops to make it. It should be ready by the time that you get there. Becca and Austin. So they're preparing for the guests to arrive. So Austin's friend arrives first. Then Becca's friends show up. They ain't have enough food for me. I'm going to need more than this charcuterie board. I just knew that I could count on them for some good finger foods. This is not a party. What is this? So they're in there in front of this cheese and crackers. And he goes out to talk to her friends. They said that Becca in the past has kept things bottled up, especially because of her health. Austin's friend, on the other hand, is on the inside with Becca. And he said that Austin can be a tough nut to crack. So Becca's like, yeah, well, I mean, he's pretty open with me. Becca, read between the lines. The friend is telling you it's more than meets the eye. He's not opening all the way up. You just talk so much and you like him so much that you're not paying any attention. So then his friend said that they reminded him a lot of he and his wife. Because, everything just seemed to just go so well. They finished each other's sentences. And he really likes Becca. Becca is a very likable person. I don't think she could get in a room with a person that would be like, yeah, I'm not too fond of Becca. She's just, she seems just like a nice lady. Her friend said to him that she chose this because she's all in. So Austin tells them that their religions don't line up. Y'all are really going to have to talk about this because I think that you aren't touching on it so you don't rock the boat. You have to talk about it. Becca on the inside, she's saying that she's accepting of him being a Christian because he doesn't mistreat others and doesn't really judge her. She's ready to bend to meet him where he is, but not sure if he's willing to bend. That's because all y'all talk about is Nintendo 64. Y'all have to talk about other things. This is the real world. Brennan and Emily. So her friends show up. Now, mind you, these friends were not at the wedding. They're telling them about all of the things that Emily brought with her over to the apartment. But then Emily goes, yeah, I brought everything up, with my wrist, but I was just cool with it. It's fine. Oh, Emily, I forgot about your honeymoon injury. So his friends show up and then they put on these wigs. So her friends take him outside and baby, this is where it all went downhill. They're like, we just want to know, what made you do this? I'm like, oh my gosh, honey, it's the Kardashians of it all. So they're asking what made him do this. He said he would go on dates, but something was missing. They're like, what? He said, someone to do things with, but you were going on dates. Oh, honey. So her friend tells him that Emily is very supportive and they want to know if he's supportive. So he tells them he's very supportive and gives more than he receives. Well, baby, what'd he say that for? That pink wig friend, because I don't remember her name, but baby, the pink wig friend, she asked, why didn't he help her get that stuff out of that oven? This man said, I was getting everything out of the oven. She said, no, I'm talking about putting it on the plates, plating it, doing everything. You were just basically like standing there. He said, well, I would have helped her if it was real life. Okay. So Brennan, you're just playing a husband on TV. Sir, this is not a 90s sitcom. This is real life. There is no laugh track unless it's me laughing on these damn reviews. Brennan, this is the real world where you were picked to live in a house with a stranger and marry her. The real world, Denver. Okay, it is the real world. So her friends are peeping that he is really being a douche to Emily. They are upset because she was doing everything and he was not helping. Brennan felt like they were attacking him because he helped when they weren't there. So just because they didn't see it doesn't mean that they should be jumping all over him. He's offended because they're judging him. So one of the friends accidentally spilled the tea. And she wasn't fooling me. I said, girl, not you accidentally spilling the tea. She said, well, I heard that it's been terrible to film with you. I said, oh, now y'all know Emily told her that. They are coming in too hot, though, I have to say. But they can smell the BS a mile away. So I don't know if I'm really just all that mad. I couldn't really focus, though, y'all, because I'm goofy. And I was cackling at them in those wigs. And Brennan's was kind of sitting up. He didn't lay his wig down. They got these voices. This lady in this pink wig. The other one in this lime green wig. And Brennan looking how he looking. Oh, child, I just couldn't focus. Now, I do have to say it was a better way to approach the subject and get to the bottom of it. Friends, y'all can't just attack him. This is a prime example of what happens when you tell your friends what is going on in your relationship and or marriage. This is a prime example. And I was just wondering, are y'all drunk? Because what is happening? Brennan is ready to explode. I could just see it. He was really trying to hold it together, but baby, they were pushing him. I could see because it was written all over his face. I said, they better leave that man alone because he is about to snap. He wants to know what answer they're looking for. I already told y'all that I did this because I wanted to find my person. What more do you want? An answer that they can take back to Emily, and they ain't fooling me. Moving forward. So then her friend Kiara was like, look, I just feel like you don't have the emotional capacity to be in a relationship with Emily right now. I'm sorry, but I have to agree with the friend. He doesn't have the emotional capacity or the attraction to Emily to be in a relationship with her. I agree. The one in the pink wig was not taking her stiletto off his neck. Do you hear me? Y'all did too much. Friends, y'all did too much. I can't say I blame you, but you did too much. So now he's going to shut down and he's going to take this out on Emily. Y'all got to know how to go about it to get the right answers. Claire and Cam. So baby, this right here was a fool. So she's asking him if he warmed up the food and the answer was no. The food is now 5 hours old, all dried out. They ordered some empanadas and something else. And Claire is like, yeah, you're right. We should have waited. So then her friend Amy arrives. So Claire is like, yeah, he was saying that, a lot of people would be uncomfortable being in a room full of therapists. So it's awkward at first. And then it gets even more awkward, y'all. Her friend was, cracking jokes. And she looks to Cam and she says, so what's your relationship with your father? Does he know about this? And Cameron said, no. Would you tell someone on their deathbed about this? And baby, Claire didn't even know that. What have y'all been talking about? The first thing I'm asking about is your family. But later on, I'm going to see that Claire actually did do just that. But Cameron, why did you blurt that out the way that you did? Why did you just say that like that? He did that in a passive aggressive way. Now, Claire did say that she was sorry to hear that because she had no idea. But why wouldn't you share that with her before this? It's getting weird. Claire was just like, it's just so strange for him to just bring up heavy things to my friend and not tell me. Like, do you not feel safe telling me? Well, I think he thought maybe you may judge him. But what I'm thinking is he wanted to shut you down and make you and your friend feel small for trying to be funny. He knew exactly what he was doing. And that's the reason why he blurted it out that way. Like when somebody says a yo mama joke and then you come back with my mom's in the hospital and then the person feels like a doof. Like, oh my gosh, I should have washed my mouth. That is what Cam was trying to convey to y'all and he ain't fooling me. Her other two friends arrive after that. And baby, they livened up the joint because the energy was really awkward, weird, and heavy. So it's a room full of therapists asking therapy questions. So they asked what made him want to do this. And he said he always wanted to have a relationship. He wanted to get married. He doesn't have any real relationship baggage. He's financially stable. Now, I don't know about their relationship baggage because the streets have been talking since episode 1. But I'm not the one to gossip, so y'all ain't heard that from me. We also learned that hardly anyone knows that he's married except the family that he chose when he moved down to Denver. The people that he chose to make his family, those are the only people that know that Cam is married. That's what I gathered from it. Now, I don't know what y'all got, but that's what I got. So Claire is telling her friend that she respects him and he respects her, but is it enough? Outside, he's telling her friends that, he's carrying all of the emotional baggage and it feels like he's sinking. Okay, so nobody's going to make it. Nobody at all. Cameron is acting like a fugitive, honey. He hiding something and he ain't fooling me. He might want to go over there and knock on Brennan and Emily's door and ask for one of those wigs in case he needs to go into the witness protection. Because, baby, this man is hiding something and I do not know what it is. And Cameron, not you trying to get free therapy sessions on the slick after asking all them questions and they were sitting there just like therapists answering them all. He then brings up religion and says that he would never want to raise his children religious. And she definitely does want to raise her children religious. Sir, why didn't you address this in front of Dr. Pepper? She asked y'all about religion and you didn't say, you said it, but if you had that issue, you should have raised your concerns then. Her friends are definitely going to bill Claire's insurance as soon as this episode. Claire, I hope you got a good PPO, child, because you definitely getting billed. Becca and Austin. I see they got some food in there. Okay, Becca. I saw Becca was eating a slice of pizza. Listen, I'm all about the food at the party. Don't invite me unless you have something for me to nibble on. I don't really care for the libations. I will drink a ginger ale or a Coca-Cola. But I am not coming if you don't have good food. So they're standing there, they're talking about the party. And in true Becca fashion, she's always telling him that he's awesome because in the past, the other men weren't. Becca, So you mean to tell me that everything with Austin, including his friends, is just perfect? Okay, girl. Y'all need to address the religion subject. This can be a really huge roadblock. It's not like it's a difference of food that you like. Like, oh, he likes anchovies on a pizza and you don't. It's not something as light as that. If you stay together, how will you raise your kids? Have you even talked about the possibility of maybe not having children? Like, these are things y'all need to talk about. Claire and Cameron. So she's telling him the news about his dad really blindsided her. She didn't know anything about that. She said, but I asked you about it. So, baby, they flash back to him saying the plan is to have a separate wedding for them to be there. Now, if your dad is on his deathbed, how do you plan to have a separate wedding? It's one of two things. Either you're a liar, Cameron, or you were just meeting her and something about your home life or, your family is a little bit off-putting. And because you see how close she is to her family, you feel like maybe you would be judged. Okay, so I'm gonna try to give you the benefit of the doubt and say that it's the latter. But why did you lie in her face? Because here I am getting on Claire like, girl, what have y'all been talking about? And as soon as you met him, you asked about his family. Emily and Brennan. So he's telling her friends came at him and called him defensive and they were really coming in hot and he ain't appreciating. He said he wasn't about to let them come at him like that, so he had to defend himself. So she's like, well, you know what? I really do apologize because my friends are a reflection of me. So, although maybe they wanted some answers, it's really not cool how they went about it. Emily, you know what? You are really a class act. You are handling this first relationship like a pro. Okay? Now, don't let him play in your face. And don't worry, girl, I got your back. But I really appreciated that you apologized on behalf of them because they were too much. They were team too much. Yes, I understand that Brennan is who he is, but they did not even give him a fair shot. They just sat down and immediately went in. But Emily, you got to stop telling him what's going on if you want to stay with him. Child, this right here is a fool. And that was the end of the episode. Child, this season is just so boring. Oh my gosh, y'all. Y'all know I tried to zhuzh it up for you, but it really gave nothing. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. I'm surprised I even got 30 minutes out of this review. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.